we are in the middle of state testing here in Michigan. In 5th grade, we have to take language arts, math, science, and social studies. In the other grades, starting in 3rd grade, they just take language arts and math, but 5th and 8th grade, we have a lot of testing. So it's pretty overwhelming here, but we are still finding time to read every single day. We are still finding time to do read aloud every single day, because those are the foundations of our class. So we build everything else that we do upon those pillars. So today in this video, I'm going to be sharing the books that my 5th graders are reading during state testing. So as we find that independent reading time and what they're reading at home. Smile. Someone's always reading Smile, right? Just about all the time. Someone's either reading Smile, Sisters or Guts. Raina Telgemeier continues to have that stronghold on so many classrooms and readers across the country. Ann Martin's Rain, one of the most popular middle grade books in my class this year, which makes me so excited because this book is so stinking good. And every time a kid finds this book, I feel like they're going to make sure 2 or 3 other kids hear about it. That's how powerful, unforgettable, and brilliant that one is. Forget Me Nat, the Nat series. I only had like 1 or 2 of these, and then I completed the series when the new one came out this year. And since that time, this has become one of the most popular graphic novel series. I think part of the reason is it's awesome, and the other part of the reason is it does feel a little newer because they weren't as exposed to it as they had been for some of the other graphic novel series over the years. Plants vs. Zombies, this old video game, phone game, is always popular, always fun. One thing that I find very interesting during this state testing time is how much they're craving read aloud. They're always worried that we're not going to have time to read aloud. They're always hoping to get some extra read aloud time throughout the day. I think that they just need to be able to just sit and enjoy story and just soak up that beautiful shared story that we're reading together. And so I wanted to share with you the book we're currently reading aloud. We just started Kate DiCamillo's Ferris, started it a couple of days ago. And, you know, like Kate DiCamillo says early in this book, every story is a love story. And I think like the read aloud in general is a gift to readers. And it brings so many readers to that love of reading. So when we can share beautiful stories like just about any of Kate DiCamillo's stories, and her latest Ferris is shaping up to be a brilliant read aloud. I'm loving it. The kids are loving it. There are just so many unforgettable characters in this book. The books that kids at this group are reading, we have The City of Ember graphic novel edition, super fun. History Smashers. This kid only has 2 History Smashers left. He's read all of the other ones. He still needs to read Women's Right to Vote and then the Mayflower one, but he is obsessed with this series, and we can't find our copy of Women's Rights to Vote. So we might have to buy a new one of those. Halfway to Harmony, Barbara O'Connor. Lots and lots of kids have been reading Wish. Lots and lots of kids have been reading How to Steal a Dog. So it's fun to see them start to branch out and try other books by Barbara. What Lane? Wow, love seeing a kid reading this because we read it as a read aloud. Was it our last or 2 read alouds ago? Yeah, 2 read alouds ago, I think. Yeah, I was trying to think what we read last. 2 read alouds ago, we read Tori's book, Powerful Conversations. Wonderful, wonderful book. It's great to see a kid reading that on his own. And this is a surprise, and a surprise just because it's new. And, you know, a lot of my kids this year haven't been into Greek mythology as much, but this book has really taken off. We have it on Audible, so a lot of kids are listening to it, have been listening to it, and we're following along. But Catherine Marsh's new book, The Myth of Monsters, Medusa, first book in that series, has really taken off. This is one you want to add to your list. Those Percy Jackson readers are going to love this book. My kids cannot get enough of. Popularity of Rover's story has really taken off lately. A kid started reading this and was really into it and was book talking it and got a lot of other kids excited. So there's now a very long list for a Rover story, which is exciting, really exciting, because last year it was a book that I read aloud to my kids. Not going to be able to fit it into read alouds this year, but excellent and exciting to see it really taking off. Tale of Despero, one of the greatest books of all time. I was thinking next year might be the last year of this elementary school. We're building a new, very large elementary school. And this is the elementary school that my dad went to, that I went to, that my kids have gone to, most of my siblings went to. So think about like what's the last book that I'm ever going to read aloud here. This is definitely in the running. But I haven't decided what the last read aloud is going to be. It's a tough one. Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson and the Olympics, Lightning Thief. It's exciting to see. I think there's another kid over there. A couple of kids are reading this, which is really exciting. They're super into it. And one of those series that if other kids aren't reading it, maybe it doesn't get picked up, but once like someone in class reads it, it's it's like, I don't want to say it's like lice where it just spreads uncontrollably, but you know what I mean. Like once someone starts reading it, it gets very popular in a classroom. So it's exciting. Faker, this book comes out in the summer of 2024. Gordon Corman's book. I book talked it after reading it. I couldn't get enough of this book of this kid whose dad's job is to like swindle people out of money and to run these like long cons. And so kids are really into it and wanted to learn more about that. So Faker, a couple kids have read it. And then this kid's trying to read all of the Wimpy Kids before he leaves elementary school. And he's currently on the third wheel. So many great books being read. Let's go. Told you Barbara O'Connor is popular. And over here we have a kid reading Wish. Did they just start? Oh, no, I don't know what page they're on. The bookmark's not where it goes. But they are reading Wish. I just want to show you, this is our classroom copy. And I don't know who did this, but some reader at some point in my class wrote, "Hi, if you're reading this book, give it 5 stars and you get to keep it and then show it to me." So I don't know what's going on there, but it's a 5-star book. And I think about just about everyone who reads this book thinks so. Barbara O'Connor's Wish, phenomenal. How to Almost Ruin Your Summer. Very exciting to see a kid reading this. I love when like a new middle grade novel, it starts getting read. I'm dying to know. I want to talk to this kid. Like, why are you reading this? What made you decide to read it? What do you think so far? What is it about? Do you think other kids will read it? So I'll probably be really annoying to that kid soon. And we read Lisa Phipp's new book, And Then Boom, earlier in the year aloud. And it has led to a bunch of kids reading Starfish. And one of my favorite things to talk to them about is, which mom do you think is worse? Because Starfish and Then Boom have the moms are rough moms in that one. So the last girl who read Starfish thought the mom in Starfish was way worse. I actually think the mom in And Then Boom is worse. I don't know. Read the books. Let me know what you think. All right, we are at the final table. 2 Degrees, Alan Gratz fan here. He just finished, I can't remember which, he just finished Refugee and now he's on to 2 Degrees. I think he's one of those kids just gonna read everything by Alan Gratz until he's read everything, and then he'll wait anxiously for the next one. A beautiful historical fiction novel in verse, Lifeboat 12, tells a story of these children who were going from like England to Canada. Like their parents were like sending them away to be safe during the war. And then there was an attack on the boat that they were on, and they like try to survive on a lifeboat. There's another one. I think it's Lifeboat 5. I have a copy over there. Miss Hood sent it to me, so I got to check that one out too. So this one's pretty intense, really fun book. The Witch Boy, a super popular graphic novel. One of those ones that like the kids who love this and like this, like are all in and all about it. And I love graphic novels or any book like that where when the book finds its reader, those readers are so happy they found that book. And I've found that time and time again with this series. Every year there's a few kids who it's just like their favorite graphic novel series. I was mentioning earlier Lightning Thief. Exciting to see another kid reading through this one. He's about 2/3 of the way done. Let's go. And a lot of historical fiction being read in the class, which is exciting. Jennifer Nielsen's Rescue, a new book came out in 2021. She's got another book that I just read, Uprising, I think it's called. Ooh, I can't remember where it's at. But just becoming one of the best historical fiction writers of this time. So hopefully you found something great to read, because we're still reading. I know we're doing some things like state testing that are not fun at this time of the year, but we still continue to find time to read books, to fall in love with story, to grow as readers through amazing, amazing stories. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome-tastic day.